Hey everyone, I'm Kate Kennedy and I'm here with day 31 of 100 Days of Kane, PA. And today we're here to talk with some Girl Scouts about their experience in their troop, what they get to do as part of the Girl Scouts, a big trip coming up for them, and why they love Kane. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip around and we're gonna walk over and talk to these girls. Hello girls.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you so much for having us be here today. I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself. So we'll start over here.
I'm Kylie Hausler and I'm going into 9th grade.
Hi, my name's Kayleana Rhodes and I am going into 9th grade.
Hi, my name's Taryn Bosher and I'm going into 5th grade.
All right, well, and you guys are all, the common bond between you is that you're all Girl Scouts.
Yes.
When did you first start in the Girl Scouts? What was your, we'll start with you, Taryn. When was your first year?
I was in Brownies first, and that means I was in 2nd grade.
I was a brownie also and I started in 2nd grade. I was a daisy and I started in kindergarten.
Okay, so what are all the different levels? We have definitely brownies and daisies. What else?
Juniors?
Cadets and then ambassador is the highest.
Okay, so daisies, brownies,
Yeah.
juniors, cadets, ambassadors.
Yep.
Okay, all right, I got it. So what does it mean to be a Girl Scout here in Kane? What kind of things do you do? Do you have meetings? Do you do trips? Or how do you spend your time being in the Girl Scouts?
Well, we have meetings usually every Thursday night right over there in the Elks.
And what do you do at your meetings?
We usually, a lot of the time we'll do like fun little experiments and stuff like that, but we also will talk about fundraising and camps coming up and things that we want to do in the future, or like things to earn badges.
Oh, tell us about these badges. We haven't talked about that yet. What are the different badges and how do you earn them?
Well, there's a bunch of badges. I don't have any, but there's like fun badges, and then there's like serious badges, and the serious ones go in the front so everybody can see them, and then the fun badges go in the back.
What are some of the badges that you have?
I have like a boat one, like canoeing.
Ooh.
I have
I put you on the spot. We'll come back to you. You think about
Okay.
that. What are some of the badges that you guys have?
Well, I've been a Girl Scout for a while now and I have this one is called Polar Bear Plunge, and we go to this camp and every morning we have to get up out of our tent, no matter how cold it is, and jump in the lake.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a lot of fun. And then we learned how to sew, so I have like a sewing badge. And one time we built a boat out of cardboard and tried to make it float with some duct tape and stuff, so I have a badge for that too.
How fun.
And the older girls went to the SPCA and volunteered and helped with the animals and took them for walks, so we have the animal helper, and then we have an archery badge when we learned how to shoot archery. And
So there's a whole variety, a whole bunch of different ones that you can get, and I like that, Taryn. I didn't know that the serious ones are on the front and the fun ones are on the back.
yeah.
Okay, so you talk at these meetings about getting your badges, going to camps, raising money. So one thing we know about the Girl Scouts is that there's always Girl Scout cookies, and Taryn, you did a great job selling your Girl Scout cookies this year. How many did you sell?
I sold a little over 800 boxes.
Holy smokes, that's so many. That must have been a record, or at least close to it. And why do you guys sell Girl Scout cookies? What does that go to?
it goes to camps, but for now the older girls are going to Europe, so a lot of the funds are going to our Europe trip, so we can start fundraising for that as well.
Okay, well,
along with our trips.
we'll talk about both of those things, but let's start with camps. What are the different camps that you guys get to go to?
Well, we go to summer camp and horse camp, and summer camps in Ridgeway, and then which is at Flying Dove, and then we go to horse camp a little past Erie. So
That's fun. And tell us about the camps. What do you guys do there?
So at summer camp, it's a bunch of different stuff. We shoot archery, and sometimes we throw tomahawks, which that's fun. And we canoe. Sometimes there's a lake, so we swim, and we do a lot of just like little stuff like that cardboard like boat thing. We did that there.
Yeah.
And we just do a lot of like team bonding stuff like for our Girl Scout troop.
That's so great. And you guys must have some really good friendships that you've made from Girl Scouts. Do you guys have any memories or stories of a time at camp that you would want to share, or a time doing something around the area with the troop? Any ideas of a memory or a story of time with your friends?
Well, I have one about horse camp. Me and Kylie usually bunk together, and I was on the bottom this time because she got there before me. And I just hear this big thud in the middle of the night, and I look over, and Kylie's laying on the ground.
Oh no!
She fell off the top bunk, and I was like, Kylie! But she's okay. But there's a lot of good memories at that camp.
Yeah, and those are the things that you guys will remember for years and years to come, for sure. Okay, and in addition to camps, do you guys do anything outdoors here in the Kane area?
Yeah, we a lot of the time will go and volunteer to like for Care for Kane. Sometimes we'll help with that, and other times we put pinwheels for. I don't remember what the cause was for the pinwheels.
It's like a
Oh,
child's
I think it was child abuse.
child.
How many like
abuse.
different
Yeah.
kids?
child abuse awareness.
And we
Yeah.
put pinwheels out for them, and then we just help with the child advocacy center. We help donate stuff for them, and
Yeah, so volunteering and getting
Yeah.
involved in the community, being active, that's really an important thing to be practicing now, so it will go on when you get older. Do you do any camping around the area at the different campgrounds?
Well, we go to Redbridge. Juniors and Brownies one time went to Redbridge, and we slept in tents we slept in tents, and it was a bunch of fun. We went swimming in the lake, and we did paddleboarding, and kayaking. It was a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun. So, and that's not very far away from here.
Yeah.
Pretty much in our backyard, and you get to go do that with your troop. Okay, so you guys mentioned, we talked about the camps that you have, we talked about the meetings that you have, the fundraising that you do, and you'd mentioned that some of the fundraising is for this trip. Can you tell us about this is it a travel troop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that.
So we're in 2021 we're going to Paris, Florence, London, and Rome for a fun trip for Girl Scouts, and we're fundraising for that right now. So
That's great. Yeah, that'll be such a fun experience. And all three of you are planning on going?
Yes.
Yeah, what made you decide to want to do that?
Well, I just love traveling in general, and getting to travel with my friends is a really big move, like why I wanted to go. But I also wanted to go because there's a lot of different stations in these places for Girl Scouts in specific, and then there's like different activities that you could do for the Girl Scouts. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's neat, combining travel and Girl Scouts and going with a group of girls that you know really well too.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So what is there anything else about the Girl Scouts that we haven't talked about that you really wanted to share? Because you guys are led by a group of, who leads you?
We have a bunch of leaders, but our main leader is Emily Perana, and all of our leaders, they take a big part of their time for Girl Scouts, and for managing cookie sales and just managing fundraisers. So we want to give a big thanks to all the leaders. So.
And we want to give a big shout out to all the parents for putting us in this and starting us in this amazing group young, and so we get to grow up and have friends in this group.
Yeah, right. Because not only are you getting to have friends and learn different things, but it's probably teaching you a lot of responsibility. Yeah. So do you have an example of that, like a time that you've been able to show and practice being really responsible through the Girl Scouts?
On the last day of camps, usually we have this big obstacle course, and for the older girls, you are the leader, I guess, if you're designated group, and so you have to take them through an obstacle course, and you have to help them through stuff. And then you're also, throughout the whole camp, sometimes you have colored bands, and that's your group, and the older ones have to be in charge of them throughout the whole week or however long it is. So you have to make sure you have all of them, and everyone's okay, and everyone's on time. So
in addition to as a kid, as a younger Girl Scout, you have older Girl Scouts helping you, but when you get to be older, you're the ones helping the younger.
Yeah.
That's neat how it progresses like that. You get to grow in responsibility. Okay, so thank you for sharing about the Girl Scouts. My last question for you today is, what is it that you love about Kane? You guys were born and raised here so far. Why do you love Kane? I want to hear from each of you.
I love Kane because you get to like have friends wherever you go, so like you have something, like, so you're not by yourself, you have something to do with your friends, and you just make new friends wherever you go.
I like how our small town does big stuff. Like we have Arts in the Wilds and craft shows and concerts at the amphitheater that like a city would do and not a small town.
There's always something that you can find to do, like volunteering, or if you want to go somewhere, it's not that long of a drive to go to most places, and there's always something you can find to do in town without having to drive very far. Like you can even walk to whatever you want to do.
That's true. It's pretty easy to get places around here too. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Is there anything else you want to share before we wrap up today? You did a great job explaining it all to us, and thank you so much for your time. And thank you. Oh wait, I know something that we wanted to do. You said to me earlier that there's two things that you have. You have the promise and the law. The Girl Scout promise, the Girl Scout law. Let's start with the Girl Scout promise. You guys want to go ahead and recite that for us? It's the shorter one, I think, right?
So it's
On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law.
Awesome. And what is the Girl Scout law?
I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout.
Awesome. Well, you guys are doing that, and we're so proud of you. Thank you so much for your time today. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. It's so nice and refreshing to know that there are places like the Girl Scouts for our young people here in Kane to learn these types of skills and character building activities. I'm so happy to hear that they're taking this trip to Europe to just expand their knowledge of the world, and doing it through the Girl Scouts. I'm sure it'll be a very meaningful experience for them. So I hope you enjoyed hearing from them, hearing how they get to use the natural resources around us to learn to be outdoors and appreciate the outdoors, as well as the different types of friendships that they're forming through their meetings and the different activities that they're doing. So really proud of these girls, proud of all the Girl Scouts. Thanks to the Girl Scout leaders and to the parents for all of your involvement in that. I hope you enjoyed hearing their stories today, and thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for day 32.